Your boy Jaystar back again, man, with another video here. We have the first look showdown. I think I'm gonna try to do the strategy showdowns out of maybe on the actual day of the game, but I mean I'll have to bring it out early in the morning though. Still, like I know people wanted me to kind of do a live one, but I might have to just do it early in the morning though, just to get it out there. And try to I'm just trying to go as much detail as I can and kind of give y'all, the what I want to say, like assuming even if somebody is not playing, who to kind of go to off of that, so that way y'all know. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the actual video, live right before the game comes on all the time. So I'm just trying to think of like when I at least could give y'all when I do the strategy, I'll try to go through if such and such doesn't play type of, and going to the next person and who can actually do good. So that way y'all kind of have a thought process of who to switch your lineups to, because I give y'all kind of the formula anyways, when I do the strategy, basically what position should go off. So even if somebody did come out, you kind of just switch to that person who's taking his spot, for the day, who's moving into the slot. Because if I say this defense is going to give up the slot, basically, like I know like in this situation right here, speaking of like Keenan Allen is the slot receiver. He probably is not going to play already is how I feel for this showdown because it's a hamstring injury. If he doesn't play, I believe Joshua Palmer will probably move into the slot though on this team, and Guyton might play out wide. But if there is somebody else, maybe by my strategy video and stuff, I'll probably already know who that person is gonna fill in, and I can tell y'all, if he's probably gonna be the person. But let's get right into just the first look and just looking at the pricing and some of the main people, like I always do with the first look of who could, who should be able to go off, and not gonna give you a full, detailed out of who, who all is supposed to be, but I'll give you, just the main people on those first looks. And then we come back, Thursday morning, or I might be able to drop it Wednesday night. So that way it gives you a head of start, just to start getting all your lineups in and, kind of have a thought process of how to be strategic with it and everything. But this is just the first look. So we going to get into it. So we got the showdown, man. I'm so happy that this is still for $1 million, yo. Like, for real. Like, oh, I'm so happy that man, I would love to just win this one right here, man. But, I do want to mention, I don't know if everybody knows this, but on this Thursday night, this is the Amazon night. This means though, just so y'all know, man, they're using a different football. Like I don't know like why they chose to do this, man. Like Amazon, you can go look at it yourself. Go Google Amazon football. Like the football looks like Hey Arnold's head. Like it's I know it's shaped like a football, but it was like more thin out. You know what I'm saying? Like his head was like the footballs that you mostly see are kind of like more thick and fat. You know what I'm saying? But this one is like really skinny, y'all. Like it's really funny. Like I don't know how much that's gonna play. Oh my god! Like in part with going bad or good, because I feel like it's crazy that the first day they do this, they got these great quarterbacks though, because I feel like they could take advantage of it the most, because you talking about like fitting the ball through a tight window and the ball is actually skinnier than how big the regular football is. Like I think that's going to benefit these two quarterbacks. It's really crazy that they started off with the new football with these great quarterbacks, man. You talking about the sidearms that Pat Mahomes throws, the way Herbert can throw the ball, because the ball can be launched like 100 yards, like crazy, like really easy, y'all. So I just wanted to put that in mind in your minds, because it's crazy that I got these two aired out quarterbacks going at it with this new football. So, but we just gonna get into the main thing, like I said. So for captains here, right here, 17,700 for Pat Mahomes. I mean, after throwing 5 touchdowns, it's gonna be hard not to think that he could actually be captain in this game. He just has a crazy amount of targets to throw the ball to. And as we do know, Kelsey, being his number one wide receiver though on this team is not anybody else, is Kelsey. He's gonna get the bulk of the targets, for sure, and everybody else on here is gonna be spread out. So if I had to say, like from this side of the game, it's definitely Pat Mahomes and Kelsey so far that I'm looking at, because I just know I want to get the bulk of the targets. Even though we saw Clyde Edwards-Helaire, get some, like I think 2 touchdowns and stuff like that in the game, but man, Pat Mahomes, man, he spread the ball out. You kind of don't know exactly where he's going. And if you do kind of know where it's going, it's probably Kelsey. So those would be the obvious two, from this game. I would see, being able to be a captain. And I feel like you can definitely win with them. On the other side of this game, let's look at the pricing. We got 16,800 for Herbert. We got Eckler 15,300. and Mike Williams, because I really don't think Keenan Allen will play. But if Keenan Allen does play 14,400, he was set to look like he was going to have a really good game in that game against the Raiders, but got hurt, and then was out for the whole half after that. But definitely feel like Mike Williams was not involved at all in that first game, and I feel like he's definitely going to be heavily involved now for sure. With Keenan Allen, and I also feel like Eckler will be heavily involved. So definitely on this side, I feel like it's more options of captains. Like I said, the other side I have two, but on this side I definitely can see Herbert at 16,800, Eckler, being in there, Mike Williams, as well. But I do kind of feel that Eckler or Mike Williams would probably be a better captain than even taking Herbert. It's not because the targets, I know Herbert did spread the ball out. He kind of, went to different people that we're not used to going to. He had, target to Everett, for a touchdown. And also, who was the other person? I can't remember right now. But I know it was somebody small. So, and I do know, like I said, Guyton would probably definitely be in this game. Like Joshua Palmer now, like I said, I'm saying Joshua Palmer would probably be in a slot if somehow Keenan Allen can't play, just because I know Joshua Palmer is kind of a better route runner than Guyton. Guyton could just fill in that third receiver and take the top off, with the defense. How cheap is Guyton on this week, man? Like, golly. I mean, I know I'm looking at it through. Let me go to Flex though. How cheap is he? Let me see. Guyton right here. Okay, 1,200. Yeah, that's really cheap. Wow, man. Yeah, this game is gonna be crazy, like for real though, because I just don't see no other way this game's going other than being a shootout. I don't see a defense mattering at all. But how much are the defense? The only thing is that it's a rivalry, and so defenses do tend to turn up at home at least. So the home defense usually tries to turn up, but they got these defenses both so close to each other. It's like either or, because they just know that both of these teams drop back a lot to pass. So it's always mad opportunity to get sacks, mad opportunity to get picks. Just that both of them usually throw the ball so deep, even when they throw a pick. So it's usually almost like a punt. It's really like that. Like when they throw an interception, it's like they just did a punt, like they kicked the ball all the way 70 yards or something. It's crazy. So, that was who it was. DeAndre Carter was one of the receivers that caught a touchdown. And so, man, he might actually move into the slot. So like I said, I'll come back once I figure out maybe if we can get a feel after the practices this week, and we see if DeAndre Carter is going to be playing more in the slot. And also I want to go back and review the game and see, did he already enter the game, matter of fact, because he probably did. Important, let me see. Carter immediately made an impact after Keenan Allen. So it seems like he probably did go in right away, with Jalen Notice to be absent from the Chargers' offensive gameplay. Okay, so it looks like DeAndre Carter will be picking up, the slot then. So, okay, that's good to know. Even though Guyton, I still feel like it's in play, because he can come in and just get that one deep shot, and for $1,200, that's real cheap. But definitely, like I said, so first of all, like I'm trying to tell you, I got Pat Mahomes, I think, best captain, and Travis Kelce, the next best captain for that side, and Herbert on this side, and Austin Eckler, and as well as Mike Williams. Even if Keenan Allen plays, I still feel like those three are probably the best ones. But so that's a quick look, man, at the first look at this showdown, man. Like I said, I'll be more on the next video, strategic, and going over the defenses, going over, who actually should just erupt in this game, and who also, could get you just decent points in this game, as well. So be a more strategic video, so y'all can really set up your lineups and build them out right, so y'all can win this big money, man. Because I just want us all to have a good shot at winning this $1 million, man. Like for real, I learned a lot this weekend, especially with the first 3 showdowns. I believe the first 2 was a 5v1 lineup, and I went over those type of lineups, so you can go back and check my videos out for the showdown, how to build those type of lineups, because it's 5v1s, 3v3s, 4v2s, and I go over all those on that video. So go back and go ahead and check that out if you haven't known, because this weekend the first 2 were all just 5v1 lineups. I think the defense was in both of those, and this is going to be a shootout. So I wouldn't think it would be a 5v1, because it'll have to be very defensive to kind of get there, like those first 2 lineups this week for showdowns were. But Monday nights was a 4v2 lineup. That was the first time we saw a 4v2 all weekend. And so who knows, this one right here could be the first time we see a 3v3, you know what I mean? But go ahead and check out those videos, so y'all can get a review and get a feel for how to make those type of lineups, because I go through for both sides too of the game, like to how to make a 3v3 and why you make a 3v3, why you make a 4v2. So if you need help with learning how to actually do that, man, that's the best video to go watch. But it's your boy Jaystar. Like I said, we'll be having the top 5 and everything like that coming for this whole week slate, and we'll have the strategy video out a Wednesday night or Thursday morning, you know, for the actual to build your lineup for this actual showdown. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's your boy Jaystar, and I'm out. Peace.